suggest waiting for the hand to fly over you, or if you time it correctly, you can jump up, springboard off of him with the pogo stick, and get right to the chain. Obviously, just sitting there and waiting for him to pass over is the easier way and avoids any unnecessary deaths, but if you want to take it for the quick challenge, jump on top of him to get up there. Now pogo over, gotta watch out for these things. These little things right here, these moving platforms, kind of replace the mine carts from the first game. Working way over to the right to get the platform to respawn real fast. Pogo up to the chain, or the whatever you want to call it. It looks like the door knocker hanging there. Go through this wall right here to grab this extra diamond, as well as a little extra chest for a mini diamond. Now go up this chain, passing launch pad again. You don't need to talk to him, do not need to exit the level, because the game's going to force me to anyway when I find my last piece of the treasure map. Now to find the last piece of the treasure after I grab these chests, head up this chain, and instead of going left, head to the right through another hidden wall. Then you have to time your jump on these three hands carrying lanterns to get up here. Then you need to fall down to the right side through the hole there, and there you go, you can grab the final piece of the treasure map. Once you have it, you're taken out of the level, you see all the pieces of the treasure map, and they're going to be put together. And it shows us that the hidden treasure or whatever is actually located in the basement of Scotland, the castle we were just in. So instead of going through the upper floors, we're going to go to a side entrance, I guess, in order to get to the basement. Now in this level, there's actually two paths you can take in order to get to the boss, but there really isn't too much. I mean, there is some hidden chests to get some upgrades for money and stuff, or, you know, to bring up your money count, but there isn't anything else hidden to find other than the, of course, ending the level in order to find the special treasure, which was the whole point of finding all the pieces of the treasure map and all that stuff. Up here to grab the big chest, which contains only one of the better diamonds. No special treasures or no extra lives. But there is two paths to take to get to the boss. And those two paths are broken up into whether or not you stay on a raft or you jump off the raft to an upper area. Now going to the upper area is actually an easier path overall than staying on the raft, but either way leads to the same point in the end. Now as you can see, this level is pretty much designed exactly like the castle from Scotland, but it has the weird green hue to it. As well as we're going to see the water and stuff in the level is all the same green slime-esque thing, so it looks like kind of like grungy, green, you know, poisonous water that you obviously really wouldn't want to mess with too much. As I head up here to grab an extra life as well as a couple extra chests, just to grab some quick diamonds. And just like the other levels in the game, of course it's not too long of a bonus level, but it's definitely really cool that they put the effort of finding the pieces of the map in order to locate this special hidden level, so it adds an extra level to the game. But even with it, you kind of always want more from these games, and it's definitely one of the 8-bit games I wish would get a little bit more attention, maybe of some fan sequels and stuff like that. I'm not sure if there is any, but if anyone knows any, I'd like to know of them. You know, hacks and stuff like that of the game. Now here is our boss of this level. What he does, he's a wizard that appears on either left or right, kind of just like a doppelganger style thing, and then stops and becomes solid. He then throws this ball of light at you, and if he hits you with the ball of light, you actually turn into a frog for a brief period of time and are completely vulnerable to taking damage from him. But even with that, just a couple of quick hits to his head, he dies off, and it gives us our big special hidden treasure. It looks, you know, like an orange square, but that's the special super hidden treasure that was so important for us to find the map pieces and stuff. Our score will rack up, and now, like I mentioned before, I'm going to have to go back and redo the Scotland level, but this time, instead of going and looking for all the special hidden stuff, I'm just going to head straight through it to try to get through this the quickest route that I know of to get through this level. The thing about it is the boss we just fought in that secret level is actually also the boss of this level, except it's a slightly different, you know, boss overall. He only has, this one actually has 2 attacks, compared to the one that we just beat that only had the 1 attack. But the 2 that he does have in this one are actually easier to dodge than the one he had in the previous bonus special level, but It's still kind of stupid that they decide to repeat bosses. Just a little bit, I guess, of laziness. Or they thought that the wizard, because you were in the basement of Scotland, the wizard would have been there anyway. But it would have been cooler or whatever to see a special hidden boss, maybe one from the show or something, located in that area. Now there's Launchpad again, skipping past him and heading to up. Now head to the right, watch out for the spike room again. We were actually, when we found that piece of the map, we were pretty close, because there is the piece of the map where it would have been located, where we got it before. But instead we're heading to the left here, and it's going to take us, you know, to the boss area, which wasn't too much farther than where we were, actually. Pogo up. Head down this chain over here. Head to the left, and that takes us to our boss room, which, like I mentioned before, is the same boss from the bonus level. Just like before, he disappears and does a doppelganger-esque thing, and appears on the left and right, and you have to, when he becomes solid, you get your opportunity to attack. He either shoots lightning bolts at you, or he throws this little tornado at you. Like I said before, both are really easy to dodge, because if you have the same timing as you did in the bonus level, you can easily jump over him to hit him on the head before either lightning or the little tornado would get to you. Once he's taken care of with his 5 hits, he drops the special hidden item, and our final level is now complete. Now, just like the previous game where we had to go back to Transylvania, what we have to do is Glumgold has kidnapped Webby and is holding her hostage, and we have to go to Glumgold, who's located in Bermuda, and give him all the treasures that we've found throughout the game. So we head back to Bermuda, and instead of going the path that we did before to get to the boss, it's actually really easy to get to this boss. Because you just head to the right here, and it leads to this chain over here, which would have been blocked off before. Climb up here, and it takes us right to the boss area. There Glumgold is, to confront us and wants all our gold and all our treasure and stuff. So we kick over our treasure and give it to him. But he's still not happy, he wants to take us out anyway, so he transforms into this weird shape-shifting duck that's really easy to dodge. He just has that kicking motion. What I like to do is hit him, walk over to the left or right far away from him, he does the 2 kicks, drops down, and then you just repeat. It's the easiest pattern, I think, to dodge in all of gaming, especially for a special boss. The final boss of the previous DuckTales game was actually easier. But once he's taken care of, Glumgold announces his defeat, but he says he'll have the last laugh by sinking the ship and sinking all our treasure with it. We grab Webby real quick, and then we head off the ship and we get to our ending. Of course, saying all our treasure sank with the ship. The thing is, Uncle Scrooge is, you know, not too sad about it, as, you know, at least everyone's safe. Then again, I'm also like, why did we just do all that if you really didn't care for the treasure in the first place? True friendship is all you really need for happiness. Sure, that's all you really need for happiness. Now, of course, the kids are like, don't worry, your treasure's safe. And you're like, what? The treasure's safe? And then it gets to a little cutscene right here where we get to see Launchpad with the helicopter taking our treasure and showing that it actually was able to be found and is now safe. Now here comes the part where it's actually the, you know, special hidden area, and Scrooge McDuck takes off his hat and reveals that he had the special hidden treasure that we got from the bonus level underneath of his hat. Had you not completed this, he actually would say instead, he's like, ooh, I have the treasure, but I wonder what the hidden treasure was. And that's the only difference between the 2 endings. So this one we get to actually see him show off the special hidden treasure. You know, he didn't give it the Glumgold or whatever, he kept it to himself. Kinda interesting that he fought the final battle and did a little last part with it under his hat. But after a while of just seeing this scene, it eventually will transfer over to the ending scene where we'll get to see our score and the end written in script format. There we go. Total money, we get to see 7,959,000. Total score, the end in a nice cursive. Scrooge McDuck with his finger in the air, congratulating us, I guess. But either way, that's going to wrap up another edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.